Alright, a bit of a different one here. So, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves is getting a open beta on the 20th of February through, I think, the 24th. And we're going to see 8 characters that are playable. I'm interested to see whether or not we are going to see one of the other characters that have been revealed or a new character in the beta, since there's only been 7 playable ones throughout the course of the betas. So, I'm wondering if we're going to see, like, Gato or Bijane or one of those guys. There's a few others. Kevin would probably be cool. I know we're not getting a training mode. We're getting tutorial, for one. We're getting online play, and I think there's, like, something else. I'm not entirely sure. But I'm interested to see what people do combo-wise. Right? I'm interested to see, obviously, get my hands on the game, because it's actually going to be on Steam, and people are guessing there's going to be a cracked version, and that's why there's no training mode. Which would make sense. I don't want the game to get cracked. I think that'd be just fucking stupid. People just ruin it for other people, usually. So, I'm excited to get my hands on it, right? All these other YouTubers have gotten their hands on it, but we're finally getting a chance to play it, like, publicly. So, I'm interested to see what we've got, you know? We've got, like, a bunch of cool characters, right? And I might as well speak about what we might see if they do reveal another character, right? I think we might see potentially... Because here's what I think the rest of the cast is. I think the rest of the cast is probably Andy, Joe, Hokutomaru, Kane. And then whatever the secret boss is. I was watching Rooflemonger's video, and I was like, he's talking about Geese, and I'm like, get Geese the fuck out of here. Make him DLC, man. I don't want to see this guy, like, main roster. That would just kind of, like, ruin it for me. It would be like if they made M. Bison main roster for Street Fighter 6. I didn't like M. Bison coming back already. I mean, listen, I love this gameplay. It was super fun, but it was just, like, a little disappointing. Like, some characters just need to stay dead, especially after a long enough period of time. And we already have KOF with Geese, but if he does come back as Nightmare Geese in a future DLC, that would be fine. Maybe at the end of year 1 DLC, that'd be alright. But we gotta see a bunch of other characters before that. I'm talking some obscure one. I just lost, by the way. I'm talking some obscure picks DLC-wise. Not completely obscure, but like characters we haven't seen in KOF games, right? Like, I want a Sokaku Moizuki. I want a fucking Duck King, Chang Sinzong. We need some good picks here, right? Like, I don't know. But I think main roster, there's no way we don't have Andy and Joe. I know people are saying they could be DLC, and I think that would just be kind of scummy. Not scummy as like a business practice, but kind of like disingenuous, just because of the way that they had them in those first pieces of key art and teased them with Terry, and we already have Terry, and we're already seeing Billy, and we're already seeing... We know we're going to see Kane. Oh, that's fine. We already know we're going to see Kane, right? Or Kine, as all the purists would say. But we do not need Geese main roster. And I know there's the Geese Howard stage, and I think that's going to be Rock stage, right? There's that biker bar, and it was shown that Jae-hoon was on that in his trailer. Or not Jae-hoon. Donghuan was on it in his trailer. So, it could be his stage instead. And I guess it would be just as fitting, maybe. I don't know. But it could work. But I really don't want to see Geese as the other. I don't think Freeman also has a chance main roster. I know that Kevin is here, and I've said this in multiple videos, but I think Kevin being here is because he's a top tier, and his story reason is because he's investigating kind of like how Blue Mary would investigate frickin' geese in the older games, right? He's the cop, first and foremost, and he kind of already got his revenge as best as he could against Freeman. And Freeman got shot, and while he may still be alive, I feel like it'd be better if he comes back as DLC and not main roster, when we shouldn't have like Andy or Joe's DLC, because they're not really worthy of DLC. I'm gonna be 100%. Andy and Joe are not worthy of being DLC. You put them main roster, you don't put them in at all. It's like when Guile was fucking DLC for Street Fighter V, and nobody liked that, right? Anybody was like, DLC should be like reserved for spots for like interesting characters or fun characters, or like characters that people have really been wanting to see. So hopefully I'm right about the Andy Joe Hokutomaru thing, because I couldn't see them doing that as DLCs, especially showing them key art, right? And I think Chris Lotus, listen, I love the guy. I think he makes great content. I had a whole podcast with the guy, but like, come on, Freeman base roster instead of Andy and Joe, like, I just can't see it, man. And DLC wise, I can definitely see Geese. I can see Geese hopefully at the end of the DLC and not like after Ken. We need some more interesting characters to come back, right? We need our Duck Kings. We definitely need to see Blue Mary. She's definitely probably going to be Season 1. But, oh man, we're getting a little SNK tracks. This is perfect. But I think that main roster-wise, I can't see them not having Andy and Joe. I think I've yammered about that enough. So, apparently Fatal Fury's getting an anime intro, like KOF 15 did, which, you know, I'm not opposed to it. It should be the intro of the game. SNK shouldn't shit the bed and just have no intro and just have it in there as like a little bonus if you go check in the like gallery or some shit. Like last time, that was just like, that was so confusing why they did that. It's just, it made no sense to like anybody. So hopefully we get that as the intro. I mean, it's not like make or break or anything, but it should be it should be how it should be, you know? So, yeah, no. DLC-wise, I'd like to speculate more on it, but we don't really know what we've got till we've got the base roster in terms of, like, what could be in the future. As I said, I think probably Yamazaki could be good. It always changes, right? Because as much as the roster changes, we kind of, like, it shifts everything with every move. So, if we don't get, like, Joe or Hokutomaru Andy next, it's definitely going to be, like, huh? Like, I wasn't expecting the Kim brothers to even make it in, or any of the Kim brothers, for that matter. Right? I was expecting them to be, like, coming as a pair, right? Especially at those, like, those 2 summer slots. So, it definitely just, I don't know, it throws a wrench in the whole thing. We'll see. One little bonus thing that we've got here, let me go ahead and switch over here. So, one little bonus thing we've got, let me turn off the music, is, where the hell is it? Here we go. Is the Guilty Gear Strive anime, right? We've got the Guilty Gear Strive anime. And I definitely want to speculate on this a little bit before we immediately watch it. Is it going to start with the beginning of Guilty Gear? Like, what are we gonna see from that? Are we going to see the beginning of Guilty Gear? Is it gonna start with the Strive story? What the hell is going on with that? And I'm kind of interested to see that, right? Because Guilty Gear Strive is like, what, the 5th or 6th game in its, like, lineup? So, what are we gonna see? Let's just check it out, I guess.
罪深き生体兵器ギア。ギアに滅びよ。
ギアとの聖戦により悲劇の時代は終わりました。
終わっていない。このままでは第二次聖戦が起きる。
Right, Unica.
我が名はユニカ。世界を救うために来た。
聖戦の英雄
Gonna be in the DLC,
ギ
right?
アをめとるとは。
聖戦は終わりました。私たちも変わっていく必要があります。
殺戮兵器が何も変わりはしない。
生まれが全てではないでしょう。
強引なアプローチは嫌いじゃないぜ。
何が目的ですか？
ギアとの共存という過ちを正し人類を救う。あらゆるギアを根絶するこ
Oh
と。
wow, Disney's all that?
ボスの狙いか。
母さん！
全国民を敵に回すことになる。
うち結構強いから。
なんでこんなことすんだよ！
そこまでよ。
ここは任せろ。行け、援護する。
ユニカと話するの諦めないさ。何か理由があると思うんだ。
お前はそれでいい。
You're gonna break the curse in the edge 定める俺の痛みにさえ
おぞましきギアに味方する者を許さない。
ユニカは単独犯ではない。
私たちで黒幕捉えちゃったり。情報を聞き出すまでが任務だから。救える命も救
I
え
haven't
るぞ。貴
checked
様ら
out
が
any
ギアを
of
かばうなら
Guilty
聖戦は必ず起きるだろう。
聖戦は俺が止める！
Okay, so we're getting we're getting the anime, and I guess it's just going where it is with Strive, right? I don't really know Strive's story. I'll definitely check this out on my own time, right? I'm not gonna react to anime. I'm not one of those YouTubers. But I thought I'd talk about it as a little bonus here. So I don't even know what to talk about, right? Because I'm not huge on like the Guilty Gear story. I know that the gears are like these, they're kind of like cyborgs, and the cyborgs are created by this guy that went by that man. That's apparently Asuka or Asuka. And from there, we know that this Zato, and Zato's story is like, he was like at the League of Assassins, and the League of Assassins like betrayed him, and like I don't fucking know. He lost his memory. It's a little all over the place. So I don't even know if they're gonna start at the beginning. I hope they start at the beginning, right? Right? Because I mean, it doesn't look like they are, but maybe with like in the first like 5 episodes, they just go over the first couple games in an episode. I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting, right? Because most of us don't know what we're in for, right? I don't think most of the Guilty Gear players are too invested in the story, like too much. Because they all already have, like, their own, like, in-game anime thing that you can watch, I think. So, maybe I'll check that out as a stream. But, it's just, I don't even know where to begin, because it's so, like, I don't know. I'd have to sit down and watch it. And I'm not that kind of guy who sits down and watches things, especially on a stream for long periods of time. Like, you could see me getting antsy during the Game Awards, but, like, this shit it's interesting, right? I'll definitely watch it on my own time, as I said before. I'm going in circles here, but I don't have much to say about it, so I'm going to leave it here. Unica will probably be an interesting character when she comes out DLC-wise. Dizzy had her old outfit, so maybe we're getting something in between Xrd and Strive. I don't know why they wouldn't start at the beginning of Guilty Gear with the original Guilty Gear and then Guilty Gear XX or whatever's the next Guilty Gear game after that. But, you know, it's whatever the devs are doing and whatever they're going for. But it's on Crunchyroll. So I'm sure I'll look forward to that at some point. I haven't been keeping up with anime too much. I'm not a huge anime buff or anything, so I don't really care too much about it. But again, I'll definitely check it out on my own time and let you know if it was any good. What I'm interested in seeing is a KOF anime. Honestly, that's what I want to see. I want to see a KOF anime. If you don't know what that is, King of Fighters anime. And I just want to see, what I want to see from that is to have the first, like, couple episodes be basically like a retelling of Art of Fighting, and then like a retelling of Fatal Fury, and like the first couple episodes with that being the first KOF tournament, and then we get into KOF 94, and then that, like, it finishes with KOF 94's thing as like the first season, and then you get like the rest of the KOF games as each season, or maybe each season is like a part in JoJo where it's like you get like the sagas instead, where you get like each season is each saga. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I'd want to see. Fighting game anime wise, I'm not too interested in seeing like a Street Fighter anime. It doesn't exactly have too much going on story wise, even with World Tour. So thank you to everybody for tuning in. This is another unedited one. I'm still out here in the catacombs, you know. I guess you guys can't really hear the echo, so I'm not too, I guess I sound like a crazy person, but I'm still displaced out of my room and still being renovated. So I'll leave it here. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me down below, who do you think will be in the Fatal Fury beta? And tell me down below if you're excited or not for the Guilty Gear Strive anime. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.